if they get a win, he was going to give 5,000. The president know the children was the small number of Nigeria. Nigeria was going to beat the children. The president promised money that he would never get. That private jet from prison and hit Liberia. Mustafa Raji was one. I get information that he was one of those who call and say, "Is that true? Is that Cassell?" And what have you? Is that Mr. Kwao that everyone know? That's him. I thought they say he was coming out in 2025. He called someone and asked them that question. I thought they said Cassell was going to be released in 2025. Why Cassell was released so early? Mustafa wasn't wanting him to be released this early. I'm out early because he knows that if some of us was in Liberia, listen, man, Mustafa wouldn't have been sitting the way he's sitting at the him of Liberian football. Mustafa was a stakeholder when I was the vice president of operations. Mustafa wasn't even dreaming about football, being a football at the level of the epic presidency. Mustafa was like Samuel.
They don't want to do it. We asking them to stand up for their right. Football without money in this nation is going nowhere. And Raji and his administration is not doing much for football in this country when it comes to soliciting the sponsorship for this game. You are staying with one sponsor, Celcom or whoever you are getting money from. These people, you are wasting time with them because they are not bringing money in the game. He said it that football needs money to improve in this nation. What can 7,000 do to a team? Are you insulting these people? But these club presidents are sitting down. They are listening to such a, I don't know how to really term this, but it's a disgrace.
Kojo, I know the president rushed, to rush on the show to give, clarity, the so-called clarity. Not so-called clarity because everything the president explaining is not true. It's not true, Kojo. I'm telling you because the reason the president came here, he had the opportunity before sending the letters to tell the public what he wanted, to explain what he wanted to say. But because he knew what I'm saying is true and it's wrong, what they're doing. So we raise the issues to the LFA. For you to scale those issues and you just come and make it look like everything is okay, what kind of country we in? So then we have a bad audit report and then stakeholder overwhelming the voting after the auditor himself telling you that the report is bad. There's a high rate of corruption. The LFA people go to game, they collect money for. Then we have a bad audit report and then stakeholder overwhelming the voting after the auditor himself telling you that the report is bad. There's a high rate of corruption. Bad audit report and then stakeholder overwhelming the voting after the auditor himself telling you that the report is bad. There's a high rate of corruption. The LFA people go to game to collect money for K intake, share it on the fee. President tell it, get the person the war. So there's a high rate of corruption. And then the stakeholder listening to that, overwhelmingly voting for the audit report. I think we are heading nowhere. It's a complete joke.
Welcome. We all fed the fee on the fee, but I want to ask them, oh my God, I mean, doing well with the fee, but all the time, how much I want to be now on that fee, I saw you blasting, I know what the first thing between me and Mustafa, but instead you try to ask me to study Georgie, hey, my man, I'm not here to work out the meeting, you feel asking. What the people any problem? What you can sit down and settle the cap playing and move the football ahead. There will be fun for all.
Stakeholder overwhelming the voting after the auditor himself telling you that the report is bad. There's a high rate of corruption. The LFA people go to game, they collect money for K intake, share it on the fee. President tell it, get the person the war. So there's a high rate of corruption telling you that the report is bad. There's a high rate of corruption. The LFA people go to game, they collect money for K intake, share it on the fee. President tell it, get the person the war. So there's a high rate of corruption. And then the stakeholder listening to that, overwhelmingly voting for the audit report. I think we are heading nowhere. It's a complete. We are here to tell the boys. For LFA, someone to do anything to allow us eat. We are frustrated. LFA is nothing. They are zero. Allow us eat. We are frustrated. LFA is nothing. They are zero. Allow us eat. We are frustrated. We are here to tell the boys. For LFA, someone to do anything to allow us eat. We are frustrated. LFA is nothing. They are zero.
The issue about the proposal of my president, I'm still trying to digest it, but I think, there's some sense inside. And I think it's a proposal for us to look at and people can input into it and see, look, okay, this one is maybe it's not the timing for it, but this other one, let's use this one. But the key thing that I got of being an anthropologist for that matter, the cultural aspect is left out because the thing is, intended to tap on the counties to showcase, their cultural prowess from those different areas. That aspect is left out. All right, that makes it, the way they put the ingredients inside that we want out of it. So I think, but to say holistically where my boss said, I'm still trying to digest it. There are some things that I may agree, some I may not.
Let me ask you again, whenever collaborate in the playoff, tell us, many of our followers want to know how is it like in the playoff?
I think these are two big teams, who've won championship in this country before. So if you see them playing at the level of the playoff,
One hour, we are here waiting. We are here to tell the boys for elephant does not want to do anything to allow us eat. We are frustrated. Elephant is nothing. They are zero.
A pleasant good afternoon and welcome to the Freedom Weekend Sports on Freedom 87.9. This program comes away every Saturday from 12:30 to 1:30, where we bring you the latest happenings in the world of sports. Today is the 22nd day of the month of June, and we are into 2024. What a way to welcome you to Liberia fascinating sports program that had the less of giant tumor of the front page Africa newspaper. BBC sports correspondent to Liberia, Danishus Mate, and award-winning sports journalist Thomas Kojo Roulhac. Today, we will play host to Mr. Wilmon Smith, former vice president for operation of the Liberia Football Association. He will sit with us as our guest. We'll talk about too many things happening in the world of sports in Liberia. And let me remind you, today is the birth anniversary. As a matter of fact, today is the 50th birth celebration of the president of the Liberia Football Association, Mr. Mustafa Araji. He celebrates his birthday on today. I'm just reading a communication from FIFA's president, Gianni Infantino, wishing the president of the Football Association of Liberia happy birthday. Wilmon Smith is our guest. Tanishas Mate will join us very shortly, but Jahin Tumu is already in studio. A few hours after celebrating the birth celebration of Madam Princess Damon Colley, who is a regular follower of the Freedom Weekend Sports. And as a matter of fact, the Weekend Sports is dedicated to her for her services towards making sure that we are here. When we are tired, she inspires us to come and produce the Weekend Sports. Let me hear from my colleague Giant Tumu, who we've been away for some time, but we are back on the Weekend Sports. Giant, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, Kojo. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure being here again, as always. On Saturday, because due to the downpour of rain, I was unable to be here. But I'm very glad that I'm back here today. And normally we talk football. The Europe's been ongoing currently, and we watching some of our favorite European team players as they represent our club and showing win, especially England. Their performances have been good so far this season. And you talk about the birthday of the president and of the Liberia Football Association. Yeah, today is the 50th birthday. So we say happy birthday to Mustafa Raji, and we wish him many more years of prosperity. But the next time we come here, what I want to do, I want us to do as well, to go to the birthday of other sporting federation, their president, and so we can be able to wish them happy birthday for each time their birthday reaches. Means they reach, so we can show them that kind of something, because we cross all sports.
Yes.
So that's issue.
So and like my colleague Jain said, we will have to do that, and we will find out with the over 20 sports federations in Liberia. We will know the birth anniversary of their president or their head. So when we come here, we will notify the public. We will tell them about the work they are doing. Mustafa Raji celebrates his birthday on today. The Freedom Weekend Post, the entire career, Danishos Mater, Jahin Tumu, Thomas Roulhac, we want to say happy birthday to you, Mr. President. Enjoy your birth celebration and enjoy your day. And this is the Weekend Post. I'm told Mr. President is following somehow from his resident on the Weekend Post. And on the Weekend Post also, we'll play host to the sports steering committee chairperson of District Number 1, Moserado County, Miss Benita Yue. There is this, I don't know, no, it's not conflict of interest, but there's this conflict. Miss Yue lived within District Number 10, and then she's the sports committee chair for District Number 1, as we are with Mr. Woman Smith and Danishas Mater to run in our studio. Woman Smith is our guest on today. Like you're from Benito Ure as it stands, but preparation with the District Number 1, Moserado County. But there are lots of things during the course of the week. The Football Association announced the new Secretary General, Emma Creighton, is the new Secretary General of the Liberia Football Association, but his appointment was received with tough resistance from tough-talking Liberian football stakeholder. Mr. M.S. Stitches Glasgow raised an issue with the Football Association and the Executive Committee. Member of the Executive Committee, Glasgow said he referred to them as rubber stamped, just being used by the president of the Football Association so the president can achieve his goal. Jahim, I think you came across an article in one of the local dailies talking about Glasgow was calling on executive committee member to withdraw the appointment of the Secretary General, who many believed he has a very close tie with the president. But mind you now, the Secretary General should be working in the interest of the president.
So the issue of a close tie, then it brings me up to question the idea of close tie and all of it, because the issue here is he talking about the close tie. He talking about he being associated with Ghana FC. He being the president of the club. We don't know what Glasgow doesn't know is if you're gonna resign as president, because serving
okay. So when Jahim, that's who you there. We have the sports committee chairperson of District Number 1, Moserado County, Miss Benito Yue. She's on the line. Benito, good afternoon and welcome to the Freedom Weekend Post.
Good afternoon, Roulhac. How are you?
Well, I'm doing good, and I guess my colleague Jai is doing good, and Danishas, who is on his way, also doing good. Well, yesterday you were at the George Weah Technical Center speaking with your players. First of all, I don't know your appointment. How is it like being appointed for the very first time to head District Number 1?
It's a great feeling. Last year I served as co-chair, so it's amazing to know that I've been basically promoted to chair. Yeah.
Well, there is this issue about you being a full-fledged resident of District Number 10, and then you are representing District Number 1. How you came up with this decision to represent the people of District 1 and abandon the district that you live in? Oh, Benito, we will have to call Miss Yue in the next 5 minutes as we are with Mr. Woman Smith to join us in this afternoon on the Weekend Post. So, Jane, well, we were talking about the appointment of Emma Creighton as Secretary General. We've been told she's so Benito just notified me that she's in the midst of things. In the next 5 minutes, we'll have her back on the line here. But we are still awaiting Mr. Wyman Smith and the BBC sports correspondent to Liberia, Mr. Danishas Mate, to join us on the weekend sports this afternoon to look at some key critical national football issues in Liberia. I was telling you about the appointment of Mr. Emmett Creighton as Secretary General, and that was received with stiff resistance from tough talking football stakeholder, Mr. Emmett Glasgow, who termed it as a total conflict of interest and not in the interest of football in Liberia. What is your thought about the appointment of Creighton as assistant?
So, Kojo, let be frank. Sometimes it's good to be real. As always, good to be real. I read the article, and somehow was fortunate to have had the chance to dissect the point from the speaker.
Okay.
He had a very valid point. But we all know the decision for Raji to appoint Mr. Creighton was something that he accepted, right? That this man can work with me.
Okay.
This man gonna work at the will and pleasure of the LFA president. Appointing somebody who is your friend and a close confidant to that position. With him myself, I believe Raji wants to make his work more easier, more communicatable, and somebody can be able to have conversation with and see how best he can have that issue of rapport. But on the other hand, Stacia has a point when he said that the man is the president of Panama SC and March official, blah blah blah. He has a point there. So what is it for us to wait for? But he highlighting it that we should expect him to resign his position as president of Canafe FC. Then we have a ground to see yes. If he doesn't resign, then we have a point.
So Mr. Wyman Smith will speak to that when he come. I just received a communication that he's somewhere very close to joining us. Mr. Wyman Smith will join us. So Janine, I think you can talk to Mr. Smith to know his location where he is at the stand. So this is the Freedom Weekend Sports on Freedom 87.9. Today we will play host to the former Vice President for operation of the Liberia Football Association, Mr. Wyman Smith. We'll talk about some key issues happening in the sporting arena of Liberia, but lots of things to talk about on the weekend sports. Districts are preparing for the 2024 editions of the Mosserado County National District League that is held annually as an off-season tournament, while teams are preparing for the 2024-2025 Orange National First and Second Division League, including and then while they are preparing for the new league season, teams are preparing in Liberia. Transfer windows open, clubs are now having negotiation with players. Players are shifting from one dimensions to another. So Ms. Yue is back on the line now. We can have the Mosserado County Sports Committee Chair for District Number 1. Ms. Yue, welcome back.
Sorry, I'm so sorry I got disconnected.
Yeah, no problem. You are welcome. And we want to know this thing. You live in District 10 and you are representing the people of District Number 1. So the people are concerned, Ms. Yue, how you arrive at the decision to abandon where you live and then represent another area that you are not a resident of.
Well, I'm just cutting small time in District 10.
What you mean small time?
Yeah, but y'all know I'm an area there.
Okay.
Y'all know I'm from District 1. I was raised in Carisburg. I used to leave Carisburg every morning, 6 o'clock in the morning to come to school in town. I'm a Carisburgian by heart, and I can never betray my district. District 1 is my heart, is my soul. It's where my team Shatter Angels is based, and yes, so District 1 is everything to me.
We read an article yesterday about Miss Yue ushering the players of district number 1? How prepared are the players being the chairperson of the district?
Well, we had our first justification yesterday, and we concluded today, and it was very momentous. And I actually, because last year I was co-chair, I served on the committee, and I didn't really see the momentum because, first of all, we started extremely late. I believe we started justification of less than 2 weeks before our first game, and we really didn't see that many quality players coming for justification that could actually help us to make history for the team. Because in the District 1, in the entire District 1 history, we have never won a single game in the district league. So this year, when we posted and we saw the light of Josiah C, Daniel To, Blamo, Theo Newman, Theo Williams. I saw quality players who have been making names for themselves in the league. So I see the momentum is high. Even the players who are not in the first and second division who came to justify, they saw the other people who were justifying and they put in more work. So I was surprised to see so many talented players on our practice ground. I do believe that we will walk away with the trophy this year.
So, Benito, you're talking about walking away, and you're talking about the players who you got and with that quality. What I want to know is that normally how the support like from besides how the support like from the people of Caribsburg in terms of the team participation in the district league.
In which way?
Financial support. You know that it can be lacking.
Well, if you already know, District 1 is a rural area, a lot of less fortunate people. So we're not the wealthiest district, but the people there really support the team, to be honest. For example, like our justification, the entire stands were full with bystanders watching and trying to see what is going to come out of the district. So for now, we haven't really gotten much support from the people within the district, with the exception of Mr. Benena Yuri. But we do expect more people, like our current representative, our mayor, has also been in contact with us, stating that he will make a contribution. We have prominent people like Rostaline Dennis and her husband in our district, as well as Marie Coleman. Marie Yuri Coleman.
Okay.
And so we look forward to those prominent people within our district.
So somebody will want to know what was the contribution of Mr. Benena Yuri being a permanent figure within the district.
So for now, we're just doing justification. So his contribution so far has been, he's been providing a bus and fueling the bus and to transport our justification players to their homes and back on the field. So once we write our listing of our 25 players, because according to the coach, he's only calling 25 players, then I'm sure that he will make a bigger contribution. But right now, all we needed was transportation for the players, which he provided in full.
Mr. Yue, before you
Mrs.
go.
Yue, my brother.
Oh, sorry.
Miss Yue,
Miss Yue, sorry. Hey, man, put your father name, my boy. So, Miss Yue, what I want to know, Benito, is that you were being, I saw you celebrating being a commissioner. It's like match commissioner. It's like, I was
taking that role for the very first time.
For the first time.
Yeah. Well, I was actually, one of our most prominent match commissioner, Minister Andy Kwame. He encouraged me to do it because he believes that match commissioners are people of integrity, and he believes in my ability to put myself forth whenever I'm engaged in something. So he encouraged me to do it. And while going through the training, I felt like I was learning more, and I felt like it could be something good for me because I love my team. I love being president of Shatta, but I hope one day to grow more than just president of Shatta. I pray to go across many different scopes when it comes to football. So being a match commissioner is just another thing that I could add to my portfolio, and I really want to be like one of the most prominent female match commissioners to come out of Liberia. So I'm really going to take my time, study the rules of the game, and do as much as possible to go as far as you see. Minister Kwame travels frequently. He's respected by CAF, FIFA for his amazing work as a match commissioner. I hope one day to follow in his footsteps.
So that learns some because we learned that your new recruit, the new season will soon be Kojo highlighting. You making a recruitment in department that you feel you like it, and to muscle the league champion in the coming season. Yeah, let's see which department are you feeling.
Well, one of our major issues on our team was our attack, especially after losing Miata Morris. We sent her out of the country on loan, so we've targeted 5 new attackers to join the team.
Okay.
In addition to the 5 new attackers, we also have 1 goalkeeper coming, 2 defenders coming as well. So we're targeting a total of 8 new players.
Are they foreign players or you taking them from right in the league? Yeah.
Well, we have 1 Swedish player who is joining the team.
Okay.
Wow.
And then we have 1 Liberian player who was playing in Sierra Leone, but she has returned to Liberia and she'll be playing on Shatta. And I can announce 1 person that we signed, which is Orita Tokba, originally from Real Muja, but later moved on to Stages Queen. I mean, she's one of the best players we have in the league because she's a utility player. She plays anywhere on the field except for in the goal.
You wanted the Kojo.
So I want to know more about that player coming from Sweden. Is it a player that having a Liberian lineage or a typical Swedish player?
She comes from a white background. Actually, she's white and she plays 2nd division in Spain and in Sweden. She's a winger. She also plays right back. So she's very talented, very, very, very skillful.
Then what motivated you to go that far?
We won a league and we want nothing less. And also we have to defend our championship as Orange Cup champions. So we really put in our own. We're bringing the quality players, not only to boost our team, but to also make our league more desirable for sponsors and for fans to come and watch. Everybody will say they won't come watch the web player on Shatta.
Okay.
Benita, before you go, I'm concerned you talked about the Orange Cup. Have you received your cash prize for the Orange Cup?
No, I haven't. But I think that there's always a delay in these things. I think last season we received it right before the league started. So we're not really much focused on that because the players they received a major game bonus, but we trust the FA and we're sure.
Have you been told by the FA why since it been close to 2 months since you guys won the trophy, why you guys yet to receive your cash prize? Have you been told by the FA the reason?
We haven't been told, but I think this is a very common thing in Liberia. Like normally we receive our cash prize right before the league started because I won 2nd place Orange Cup last year, and we won the lower league, and we didn't receive our money I think until August or September.
Okay, Benita, thank you. Thanks for talking to us. We hope we can catch you after the show on the Saturday if you in Boston rather. Most precisely district 10. You eat district 10?
My man, I'm not in District 10 right now. I'm driving through District 9. Don't run your politics for me.
We'll catch you after the show, Benito. Benito is from Shatta Angels. Well, Chahim. This is what caught my mind. Can you imagine where we are? It been close. I think the league ended somewhere in March.
Oh,
and then
that at least at the FA Cup.
In the FA Cup in there.
And what I learned is that the technical as well have not received their own money for the
championship.
Yeah.
Even Watanga FC. That's what I've been told. But can we hear from Ben Gagba about this? Ben Gagba we know he's the deputy media manager. Ben is a big brother and in media fee. We hope Ben Gagba can speak to us. I don't know, where is Women Smith? Women should be here at this time. And our man Danisha should also be here at this time to talk to us. Ben Gagba provide us some clarity. All of the champions are yet to receive money. This is a shocking news. I think this is going to take rounds in the respective football chat room in Liberia. And we're trying to connect with the deputy media manager. We don't know if his position has changed at the Football Association since the departure of Danisha's Mate as media manager. Ben Gagba used to be the deputy. We know him to be the deputy media manager. We want to hear from him. 3 clubs yet to receive their money since winning the championship in Liberia, the Orange Cup for the female category, the male category, and the national champion. All of the champions in Liberia are yet to receive their money. What is happening? How is the FA expected them to begin preparation for CAF competition? Ben Kakpa is not answering. We will run to Mr. Anthony Kokwe. He's the third man in command at the Football Association in the media department. Anthony Kokwe could be providing more. And Jainda informed Liberians that for the very first time since I'm calling Mr. Kioki. And since the ascendancy of Mustafa Raji as president of the Football Association, Liberia improved. Milton Yoko is not the official spokesperson of the Football Association. He's trying to call me to give some clarity. We hope we can hear from Milton Yoko also, and we'll open the line. But Wilman Smith will be our guest. We're expecting Mr. Wilman Smith. Wow, Anthony Kokwe line is unavailable. And Johnny, let me do justice and run back to Danny and to Ben Gagba. If not, then I can reach out to the boss himself who celebrates his birthday on today, Mr. Mustafa Raji, president of the Liberia Football Association. It's going close to 3 months now. Clubs are yet to receive what they work for, what they achieve. Only medal was given them, but they yet to receive their money. And that has been we've been informed by. Okay, we have Ben Gagba. Is the deputy media manager. We don't know if the portfolio has changed. Mr. Ben Gagba, you on the weekend post. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Thomas.
I know, caught you unaware, Mr. Gagba.
As always, in the communication department, you always have to be alert, and we're expecting calls to come from our police, especially over the weekend. But this time, I know Freedom FM just have their sports, and the impeccable Thomas Kojo is in charge.
Okay, that's good. Good to hear from Ben Gagba. Ben Gagba, LFA has released. LFA. Yesterday was the Madame birthday. Yeah, my man did that thing. The Football Association has released fixtures and timing for the new league season 2024-2025. But we are getting information, and then that has been confirmed by some stakeholders and club owners that since they won the championship, they are yet to receive their money. So that's why we thought to reach out to the media department to get detail about that.
But I don't know whether any stakeholder reached to you and said they have not received.
We just had Shatta Angels president on the line, Ms. Benito. You were telling us more about that. That since they won the league, the Orange Cup, they are yet to receive their money. The Cynthia Pinsway FC, the rest of Watanga FC, the rest of the Determined Girls.
So I hope you don't make this an Olive Stevenson interview.
No, my man, not Olive Stevenson interview. No, but what you mean by that? What you mean Olive Stevenson interview?
But what do you mean by Olive Stevenson?
So that's what you are doing now. So when you ask the question, you give you a chance.
But the first thing
no, Ben.
You said no stakeholder.
Ben, go
implicate the man.
Ben, go ahead. We just told you about who called show. But go ahead.
To give me a chance to respond. So
Ben,
that's what I said.
Yeah, Ben, go ahead. No, go ahead, my brother. This is not okay. This is freedom.
Because you stay arguing, you ask the question, you must wait for a response.
My man, go ahead, Ben Gagba.
You don't wait for the response, then you are making here an Olive Stevenson interview.
No, Ben, you don't refer to my colleagues like that. I know, but Ben, go ahead, my man. We know you to be the deputy media manager there. Go ahead. Let's hear from you about this allegation.
Okay, to start with, Deputy Communication Manager, LFA.
Okay.
And the process has not been made for those clubs to receive the money. You are aware, everything comes by process. Even when we do have the awards night, LFA gave out more than $6 million Liberian dollars, including cell phones, rechargeable, and so forth, as well as 2 jeeps to MVPs in both male and female categories. Those monies and jeeps are not given out on the night of the award. Okay, you can bear being witness.
Yes.
When you were elected or selected as best.
No, not selected. No, voted.
When you were voted as best sport journalist, thank you for the correction.
Thank you.
When you were voted as best sport journalist of the LFA, you did not receive your cash award momentarily on the stage. So that came with process. Okay, so that looks about it. The monies that I use, okay, to pay all these clubs and so forth, They come from sponsorship deals. They come from deals like Petrol Trade. They come from Orange sponsorship deals and Dust Bet and so forth. So we always liaising with our partners and our sponsors of the football halls, to get these deals done. So that's why I want for you to understand. It should not be like the LFA has the money to give to the clubs for the winning of the championships and other things, and they don't want to oblige themselves.
Then I'm concerned, Ben Gagba, before the new league season starts, I guess the sponsors can give you guys money. The sponsorship money can be given, set and prepared. How do you guys go about? Is it winners' money are not set aside?
No, you should not be guessing.
No, I'm asking you, my brother.
Give me a chance now. And when you're asking, I can be quiet. So
when
I'm talking and you're talking, they began Olive Stevenson interview.
My man, Ben, go ahead. Go ahead.
So when you thought I listened, it's my turn to talk, you give me the chance.
Go ahead, Ben.
So the fixture is not out here. I don't know where you got your news from that the fixture is out. The fixture, obviously, because we have a responsible competition manager in this department, the fixture is being drafted. When the fixture is being drafted, other rules and regulations are being drafted along. And then it has to go down to the chain of command for review. And after all the reviews and some tweaking are being made, then it comes back before it is being released to the public.
Okay.
So for me to hear from you that the fixture is being released, probably that should be a Kojo Roulhac LFA fixture or something like that. You have to share with me.
Okay.
But I know the fixture is not released yet. I know the league season, we are pushing to early September, which should be around the 4th or 6th of September. Don't say Ben said the league will start 4th or 6th of September. No. That's why we push it to. I think that's the time it's going to start. There were plans for us to start it early in August because we're concerned about our championship teams, the determined girls and Pinsville FC and Watanga FC competing in premier competition. But then we have to push it to September. Mind you, we have this Press Istanbul, the FIB, which is responsible to licensing every club with respect to inspecting their facilities. So all 42 clubs in the bailiwick of the Republic of Liberia has to be assessed by the FIB, checking whether the club licensing procedures and everything are correct before even the league season starts. So the league season may start in September or early September if you like. The fixtures are not released to the public yet.
Ben,
something has been drafted by the competition manager. It has to go to the chain of
so that go right back to the issue about this money business.
I told you it is a process. As you won the LFA Best Award, you did not receive the money momentarily on the stage. If you did receive your money that night at the hall in,
it was 15 to 16. It was 15 to 16 days later. I received my money, but the club now. This is going to close to 3 months.
You want to get information from me, you have to give me the chance for
But the mentioning
so Ben, I'm not ask you question again. Ben, I'm not ask you question.
Bro,
this is my man Jahim. So
Ben, you are a puppet servant. You work for the LFA, and as that's the road of your portfolio. You guys are subject to public scrutiny, and you know that. So when a man asking the question, you wait to, and then if he got something to inject, you now where you dissect all other things, or you say all other things you want to say. How the feature started from Monday, Tuesday to Friday, we'll get games there. He has to give
in-depth analysis. You must understand that the winning price for the monies for those clubs is a process.
So Ben is telling us. So Ben is telling us. Jahim, Ben is telling us that the 2024-2025 sponsorship that will come is where they're going to take money for. Now they give to the club.
I don't think that's what he's saying.
Oh, okay.
No, not what I said to you.
Oh, okay.
Don't be fair for me. Don't put words in my mouth. That's not what I said to you.
Okay, brother.
But Ben, what I want to know is,
I did not say the money is going to come from sponsorship team for 2024-2025. That's not what I said.
Okay.
Ben, what I want to know. Let me tell you what I want to know. Why I want the public to know, and why I want to ask you is this. You said that is a process, and these processes started from somewhere. It started from the beginning of the contract. I think Orange is an responsible institution that know their obligation to the LFA. What I want to know is this: why is the delay when the processes went on ever since before we reached to this 3 months that we are going to elapse in a few days from now, to know when the people will get the money and why they did not get the money.
And begin preparations.
So because the people have to use that money, bro. You cease the
No, that Ben respond.
So is it my turn? Is it my turn to respond?
Yeah, Ben, go ahead, brother.
Okay. So I just said to you, for those clubs that won championship and so forth to receive the money, it comes with time and process. So the LFA is still liaising with its sponsors, Orange Liberia, Dustbeck, the Trail Trade, and other sponsors, okay, to ready the money for the clubs to have it received. There's nothing on book within the LFA statute or whatsoever that says that once the clubs win the championship momentarily or in 2 days time or in 16 days time, like Giant said, you receive the money, not Giant, but Kojo you receive the money in 16 days time. That says in 16 days time or in 2 weeks time or in a month time, the club should get paid. No, there's nothing written in the statute like that. Okay, I'm not saying because it is not scripted in a statute, so it means that there should be delay of the money. No, but don't make it appear like the LFA is deliberately holding on to the cash money of these clubs. I must also have you informed that there are 2 ways or 2 periods in the year, and let me just educate you and the listeners out there. There are 2 periods in the year the LFA receive money from its biggest, sponsors or donors, if you like. I'm talking about CAF and I'm talking about FIFA, okay? So the FIFA Forward Fund comes to Liberia early in January, which includes operations, and then second week in July. And second week in July is less than 3 weeks away. Okay. If you agree with me, then it tells you that during that period of time, we're going to have the money to be dispersed. Okay?
Okay. Ben, yeah. let be frank here. I want to carry back to something. The last Congress, the LFA president was very, very blunt and said that there was no support coming from government. He was able to put the government on the spotlight and saying that there was no sponsor, it means there was no money coming from them
to support their national team.
On that same Congress, he did not tell or inform the club that, the sponsor are delinquent in providing the funding for the favorite champions, but he was able to chastise the government. Why? That's the question.
So who's asking the question?
We're asking. Mama, we are asking you. We're asking you.
Thomas.
Mama, Ben, yeah.
Thomas.
Yeah, Ben.
Thomas, we having the professional program, professional people, professional conversation.
Ben. The president, Ben. The question here is, the president informed the general public through the media at the just ended Congress that was held recently that government is not supporting the national teams. Why didn't the president inform the stakeholder at that same Congress and the journalists that the sponsors are delaying in giving their sponsorship money to the Football Association?
Is it my turn to go?
Yeah, go ahead, brother. We're out of time. Go ahead.
Okay, if it is my turn to go, at no point in time did the president of the Liberia Football Association, Mustafa Ishola Raji, who celebrates his 50th birthday today.
My man, don't be, my man, go ahead. I'll finish telling me happy birthday.
So you interrupted me.
My man, go ahead. They can't finish my menu.
Public relations is doing good letting the.
My man, this is not a pay for program for the Football Association. We just called to get information. This is not a pay for.
You want to hear from me, that's why you call me.
There's not a pay for even.
When you call me, you're sure I've got listeners.
Go ahead, Ben.
It's an opportunity for me to sell the image of my institution.
And my brother, there's not a business department. You have to be blunt. Go to the point quickly.
So we still trying to get to the audience interview.
My man, go.
So at the end, at no point in time, the president of the Liberia Football Association, who celebrates his 50th birthday on today, did say that the government is not supporting the national teams. The president has always said and continues to say for the 3 years I work with the LFA that the government has to do more, especially with the female national teams. Okay. You recall, during the last regime of President George Weah, who himself was a football icon, the government did say that the should ask the LFA should ask them which team are they going to support.
Okay.
When the letter reached them, the government, they said they will support the national team and support the female national team. And during that period in time, we had a female national engagement in Sierra Leone, a CAF competition. Our teams could not represent, our national team could not represent us in Sierra Leone. Why? Because the government did not put front the funding, okay, for that trip. As a matter of fact,
we lost Ben Gagba. Ben will have to call back. Ben will have we just lost Ben Gagba. Ben will have to call back on the weekend's post. But while Ben is calling back to give us some clarity about the situation, while clubs are yet to receive their money since they won the championship within Liberia, you have to call back. But of course, over to Rwanda, Kigali, Rwanda, and talk to MacArthur Shamon. He's a Liberian football enthusiast who wants to know more and give us detail. We have just 15 minutes to go. And Mr. Wilmon Smith has just arrived as our guest. Mr. Wilmon Smith, you can use that. MacArthur Shamon on 2 minutes. Let's take him quickly on the weekend sports. Shamon, you are live on the weekend sports. Shamon, good afternoon and welcome to the weekend sports. Shamon, go ahead. We have that man. Shamon, go ahead. Okay, so we have Mr. Wilmon Smith on 15 to 16 minutes. Mr. Wilmon Smith is here. He's our guest. We have time. Mr. Smith, good afternoon. Welcome to the weekend sports.
Good afternoon. Thank you. Good afternoon to the listening sport audience. It's good to be here. And as I was in route, I was monitoring the radio. And it's quite unfortunate. I listened to the LFA position recently on the radio just now. It shows that the LFA is in financial crisis. And the public relations man was struggling to justify why wouldn't you communicate with the clubs or when they will receive their awards? If they are aware, they wouldn't be raising the issue. It's overdue. It's overdue. So it's good to be back here. There have been several issues you invited me to come and talk about. Firstly, before we do that, I want to talk about the $5,000 issue that was rejected by the LFA President Mustafa Raji. That was very petty. That was being very little. The LFA from time to time has been in mobilization activities. You've been around. Those mobilization committee will go all around and collect money. The president has never asked for the source of those money. Recently, Mr. Anthony Kasekua purchased Kalon FC, you all know, and you know the purchase of club or the sales of club is not done outside the LFA. LFA is involved in the arrangement when there's a change of name of a club, when there's a purchase of a club, and so the LFA witness participated in the sale of Kalon FC to Mr. Anthony Kasekua. They did not ask for sale of money. And so that was very shameful, which boils down to the recent issue about the VAR. Let me commend Honorable Dan.
You're talking about the manual VAR?
Yeah.
The District 7 lawmaker.
And that it's reported that the LFA president, Raji again, asked Dan to not continue doing that because he'll be undermining the league. The league is not an LFA league. It's not a CAF league. It's not a FIFA tournament. It's not honoring you.
But are you not taking into consideration that football in Liberia is being governed by Mustafa administration?
No, the tournament is going on. It's a district tournament. It has nothing to do with Mustafa. It has nothing to do with even human sports.
So what happens if something goes wrong in a competition?
The organizer take responsibility. Simple. But this president who is amateur likes to be seen as the star man.
What made the president amateur?
But who professional person will refuse a Liberian contributing to the national team? Okay? You gotta be a non-Liberian to not support the growth of the national team. Somebody volunteer want to give contribution to the national team, you say no. So it's the same thing. He wants to be the guy. You know, the emperor new post that I'm the first person who brought this. And since he got little or nothing to show, the dance intervention in his own league is a slap in the face to Raji and his sundry surrogates who are propagating this thing about the most greatest that president. All right. So the next issue.
Yeah, go ahead, Mr. Smith. Go ahead.
That's you have to do with the Secretary General. Right?
Yes, that talk about the appointment of Mr. Emma Creighton as Secretary General. And first of all, what do you make of his appointment by the President of the Football Association?
Firstly, I've not seen a resignation letter from Mr. Emma Creighton as an executive of Ghana FC. I've not also seen an official statement from Ghana FC thanking Mr. Creighton or parting ways with him, for the time he's been with them, and now that he's taking a new challenge.
Is there anything that contravenes the
you
law
cannot
that
be,
says you can't work for a club and then be Secretary General of the Football Association?
Of course, I
say on the book.
As the Secretary General of the LFA, you run the day-to-day affairs of the FA. You deal with all of the clubs. All right. So it's going to be a clear conflict of interest in it, as it is now that Mr. Creighton has now resigned. Okay, if he resigned, minutes from here, that would be good. If he has not resigned, it's going to be a conflict of interest. It's clear that Ghana FC is a club. There's a likelihood, that's a human tendency, that you want to give preferential treatment to your club. So the most important and preferential thing to do now is to step aside from the Ghana FC. And I think the executive committee should have taken all of those into consideration before giving a blanket endorsement to the president's nomination.
Yes, so, but Kojo, I just want to highlight something that I saw from the LFA page. For Ben Gakpa, Mr. Smith will come back to you on June 6th, when the under 20 return from Senegal. There was a special presentation from the LFA. Okay. And there in that presentation, the LFA make a release on their Facebook page. And in that release, here's what they wrote. They said, Raji also heaped praise on all the football stakeholders, the government of Liberia, for creating the space for the government of Liberia. The government of Liberia, meaning that government is creating also heaped praise on all football stakeholders. Okay. The government of Liberia for creating the space for the girls to play football. Okay. We want a quotation now. Yeah. We want to always thank the government and still continue to look up to them for their support. Okay. Stay highlighting the government. That's
let's emphasize on that. The president of the LFA is involved in blasphemy. And the other report shows that the government of Liberia has given contribution. It is the LFA under Mustafa Raji that has failed intentionally, willfully, deliberately to disclose government contribution to the LFA national team. And so this is the man who cannot say how much government is getting by asking people for source of money. This double standard. And I'm hearing people talking about setting up a plot. I see newspaper story. I see in chat rooms that nobody will be stopped from contesting the every elections.
Why are you saying so?
I'm coming. I want to lay the basis because only Congress can undo herself. No LFA president, no executive committee member has the right to say, you saw that the executive committee tested that a few years ago. The statute was clear about high school, the king, and Soldier College. It did not happen. Congress stopped that from happening. And so Mr. Anthony Kasekuo and all those in such category are Liberians, he's a stakeholder, he has the right to contest. It is Congress responsibility, even though you want to be president, we will not vote for you. All right? It is not Mustafa Raji right to say who can run for LFA election and who can run for LFA election. All right? And so the statute is very clear. All right? The statute is very clear. And as the current statute is, all of those who are stakeholders in the Liberian Football Association are qualified to contest every electoral, including Mr. Anthony Kasekuo.
Did you listen to the president interview in Grand Gide? I call him a BBC friend, can call it a Grand Gide in recent time. Where he said, when he asked for the source of the fund, and also asked that Kase was never reinstated into the I can call it no, he said the president he said something like Kase was not because he was suspended according to because I read out and said that and you have brought back to Congress.
Okay. So
that was in violation of Congress.
So it's not surprise. Who is coming from? It's coming from this guy who said the LFA headquarters was 1.5 million and it's now 1.5 million. It's coming from the guy who embarrassed the country, took case to Mauritania, was disqualified for HTT, and is here to come up with a report. This is the character we're talking about. He doesn't have character. And so this man has been to 2 congresses. You had those 2 congresses you voted. You have Congress and expeditionary Congress. Okay? Kase participated. And so it was, man, what he's saying to you is that all the decisions we the last 2 Congress are not involved. So everything is illegal because one illegal man in Rajiv mind. Kase was there. So the budget was passed, it's illegal. The last 2 things I voted for is illegal. So the LFA is in violation. Which is not the case. But he just estimated he's unbalanced as a result of the coalition of the willing and welcome Anthony Kase back into the floor of football. You don't suspend people indefinitely. And so if the LFA says you suspended Kase, what was the reason you suspended him? What was the time frame? You suspended for 90 days. You got. So it's 90 days. You don't need a Congress or any meeting to reinstate Kase. Because after 90 days, if you are working to upgrade Jahin, and say to William Kim and say, Jahin, from that you have to stay away from here for the next 90 days. And then 50 days, after the 50 days, Kase was never expelled. Unlike Mustafa Rajim, he was expelled from the LFA, Executive Committee, and Congress. And the very Congress pardoned him and 11 others years later. But that's not the case with Mr. Kase Anthony Kojo. He was suspended by the Executive Committee for 90 days, and within the 90 days, they said because of the vacuum, given the time the litigation was taking in America, you know, the uncertainty as to when the case will end. So they appealed to the sense of people, so they needed to replace the faith in the void. The 90 days came pass. The tenure for which Kase was elected, Mr. Sekou Kone ended that tenure for the remaining months as vice president for operation. All right? While you are in serving, Kase 90 days suspended are ended. And so what is the issue? And so people should get ready because we're all going to be in the election. We're all going to be in the election. The first thing is that it will be foolhardy in a political fishing expedition for Raji and he talks to attempt that dream was dying in that state. There will be a miscarriage because Congress is the highest decision-making body. This very Congress that Raji has not respected. The statute you're talking about says the LFA must inform the stakeholder of all of our activities. At every stage, you see the sound contract here, stakeholders not aware. They've done a lot of things. The stakeholders not aware. They went into spending money on the budget, was not approved, buying furniture and stuff. So Raji is here to update the stakeholder on the various court cases. All right, he's not even begging CSAF to take the case on the court so they will settle. This is the man. He's the opposite of every moral thing he says. And we cannot sit here as stakeholders, all right, we're standing and allow those men who have reduced football. Look at this guy, I listen to Ben just now. He's fumbling. You don't pay the people money, you don't get the money. And you ask him for your turn to deny. We tell him, you and other people who spoke with you, then you want to come back. No. when you give information to the public, there's nothing wrong when you forge and say, yes, oh yeah, the elephant are not giving the money because of XYZ.
How was it done?
That one makes it prefer.
When you were vice president of operation, how was it done?
You know, I have a financial background, an economist, and so that is why at the executive committee we provided the necessary corrections, and the former SG also nodded. So there were a lot of things debated to correct. That's why all of the other reports while we were there did not speak to any qualified opinion. It did not speak to any qualified opinion. All right? When we were there, we were not allowing get intake to sleep to the elephant for days. People started to use the money before you go to the bank. When we were there, it was not possible to go to GG Bank and take a credit facility with the people in the dormant area. We arrested those situations on the basis of our expertise. And so we did things differently. When the LFA, when Mustafa Raji decided to get rid of GSP and Tilly Mary, we said, no, this is not the way to go. And you saw what happened. Mustafa Raji orchestrated a scheme when the FIFA auditors came to indict us. But the FIFA auditors being experienced, professional, but these people are on course. As per our standard operating procedure, these people acted in line. You are acting outside the line. Come on, Thomas. You sending somebody to Sierra Leone. You know in your house, in your family, they're supposed to sleep. You know they're supposed to be in hotel, right? But you gave the people, you get a good money. You say, okay, the people left from here to go get the girl because there was a breakdown in Sierra Leone. You only get a operation money to take care of the maintenance issue that was being faced there and to take care of the girls. Within 2000 or 4000. The guys came back with money. Almost 75% of the money was given. The guys brought it back to the LFA. The guy brought a receipt and said, we need our refund for our hotel. They said, but he said the boss left in bus. So why they can't ask for a refund? So my contention was, let's agree to sleep in bus. You provided the condition for that because that DSA should have been in their hand while they were running the service. So it's too much to fire them because we share their responsibility. Did they travel? Did they sleep there? Yes. That's why they needed DSA. Did you give it to them? No. So what? So even if you want to put somebody was in a brought on a receipt, there should be reasoning. They say, oh, we'll suspend you. And by the same time you say you got to the death. So we said that we were wrong, and FIFA exonerated us.
Woman Smith is our guest. We have additional 10 minutes on the show, The Weekend Sports, by directive or by the CEO. Who have additional 10 minutes. Danishas Mata is here with us on The Weekend Sports. He comes from the BBC.
Yes, also I've been widely listening. First, my apologies for coming in. Yeah, I mean, this is professional. So I listened to my performance today, and I think I'm quite shocked that the clubs or the champions have not, especially in the orange category, they have not received the money. And I thought to make this clarification. So the Football Association has a sponsorship package with Orange in the tune of 200,000. The money is paid in two tranches. The first payment before the start of the first phase, the second payment at the before the start of the second phase. So that we have paid the clubs as at the time I was there. In fact, there was a release issued or authorized by the then Secretary General Anthony Alokoli Doko that because of the funds that the sponsors were giving in LD, the LFA will pay the second tranche of the season payment for the sponsorship in Liberian dollars at the rate of I think 1.89 to $1 US. Exactly, Emma raised very good. Emma Glasgow raised an issue that the contract or the agreement was supposed to be paid in US dollars. So why didn't the sponsor pay at the prevailing central bank rate and we had to so now the payment of that money also includes the sponsorship money. I'm sorry, the money for the champions. So I'm taking it back that the clubs, the champions are saying they have not received their money as per the information you have gathered. And now my deputy is saying that my former deputy is saying, the FIFA payment comes in January. Payments for the champions in the orange division has nothing to do with the FIFA forward that comes in January and July. And he tried to deny that the clubs have not been paid. When you pay him down, then he says, money is not paid instead. But I thought that was the first thing to do, like Wilma said, admit that yes, the clubs have not received their money because of ABCD. Whether it's justifiable or not, but just admit, but he tried to deny it, and that's the information I just want to
additional is from the BBC.
There is something simple.
What is shameful about this?
I'm not talking about that. I told you earlier that the elevator is in financial crisis.
Okay, so what is shameful that you want to talk about?
And the initiative of Honorable Dan, it hurts me because when I serve a Vice President of the Football Association, when we got the COVID-19 loan from FIFA, we allotted $11,000 for the purchase of equipment. For the media department. Now, one equipment, one project, that money has gone. Okay? Shameful that the elevator had to be borrowing tablets.
Where the money go?
Raji must account for this money.
$11,000
US dollar. I speak with authority because those are the things we're involved with. We were interested in getting the right things done. We said we cannot run elevator, we don't have media equipment. And we get those kind of money, Let's get this equipment once and for all.
Okay.
$11,000 was available for media equipment, camera, just everything that we needed in our place. And Rajiv failed to get those things. Today, you stop it in my down for bringing, something, a makeup of the VAR. You should be challenged by that,
Let's just go on to the line with few callers, and before we go on the weekend sports, call us on 0776 104 104, 0776 104 104, 086 500 104, and be a part of the program. The Freedom of Weekend Sports. It will have Mr. Wilman Smith as our guest on the weekend sports. Too many things we're talking about. Clubs are yet to get their money since they won the 2023-2024 league championship. Let me get this person. Hello. Hello. Yeah, Nina, where you joining us from? Go ahead. William Harris.
Thank you for the program. Thinking of grass football. Let me tell you something. My brother, people want to damage when you contract for football money free. Let me tell you, they move cafe for 9 years football set.
My man, that's a question here.
Can I practice your talent for you? I'm a coordinator.
Thank you. That's the person for you. Hello. Hello. Yeah, Dina, where you join us from? Yeah, go ahead. Quickly, all the time.
Yeah, because actually, for the football is going to fund his difficult. The other one is speaking, the other one is the other one. So which one should we need? After the results, just go here. Ask for the other station. Saying
okay, that's the person for you. Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yeah, Nina, where you join us from?
This my guilty members from Poland Supermarket.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, my question is, you people is still well for the forward situation. What is it? My question here is this. You people in that forward situation are grow. You wanted that extra small water to keep. Even as for me, I'm an individual. I can get on now $10, like $12, and maybe a Sada to do sorry. Now you tell you that no Sada, you want to go for practice from one more practice.
Okay, Chief, thank you. That closer with this person and came out the women's space. Hello. Yeah, Nima, where you join us from? Go ahead. Okay, that concludes that. Mustafa, his election, and Mustafa is carrying forward like block completed. Women Smith for a time.
Well, that's a statement of fact. Things are retrogressive. And so I won't give you the count. But the guy who called from bypass, he said Cassette came for. He doesn't even know that Cassette is in football right now. Since Cassette returned, he has purchased a club, motivated these young people. He has gone to higher division. He has gone to grassroots football, created an academy, just took the children to Turkey, gave them the exposure, paying that tuition. This is the thing, man. If that's how you call destruction, we need more of that destruction. I would encourage Cassette to bring more of that destruction in Nigerian football. The destruction that would disrupt the unconventional, the conventional bad practices that we are experiencing. All right, that we cannot get a comprehensive report. Even the 1.8 million that FIFA sent here. You talk about grassroots football, you talk about women football, 500,000 of them for women football. Internally, I mean, Danisha Mate, I had to stop an investigation for $20 US. One email I sent, the investigation was over. Because to go and rent what you call APA, when we gave you 11,000 to buy equipment, Mr. President.
You know about the Danisha's letter that he wrote? Well, he didn't know because Danisha put that there.
But I wrote the email. In fact, I did not know that such investigation was going on myself as vice president. The vice president of administration and the president was copying. They intentionally did not copy me. So when Danisha was responding to the inquiry, he copied the two vice presidents and the president. That's how I came across. I said, what is this? And I met the president, I met the vice president of administration. I said, what's going on? The president at first said he did not know what was going on. He's not aware. I said, you're not aware? He said, yeah. I said, sure you're not aware? Then I shot the email. That is shameful. It will be shameful for this thing to go public. That you're subjecting your media communication director to investigate for 20 years ago. APA, elevate, boring APA.
We will have more of that discussion.
So, it's going for the man still a president successful. He has to leave. And the other report will be coming up in the coming days. We will take legal action. We'll take legal action to ensure that the LFA becomes a reputable institution.
Let's conclude this discussion and then
so those who are plotting should be aware that to every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. Then you are plotting to deny people their basic civil rights, including Kaseku and others, we are coming with the equal and opposite reaction for you.
We will have more of it. Next week, we will have the full time now. Danisha will be here.
Thank you very much. And bring some other from the elephant. Bring me Tikle Makomle. Bring me Sayo. Let me.
This is how we have to go home on the Freedom Weekends post here. Women Smith, former vice president for Operation, has been our guest on the program. The Weekends post. Danisha Mate run in. We'll have Danisha next week. Trying to more. Yeah. My name is Thomas Roulhac. Thanks to management, headed by Mr. Omen for 10 minutes extension on today's editions of the Weekends post. Bye bye.